Well, how's it going, Kingsman? Welcome back to another NTW3 battle. Look at these glorious French lines rolling into the center of this map. Today, we have a 4v4, another clan battle between the GR and IZ, I believe, IZ clan. Yep, IZ clan. So they will be taking the map, Flanders 1B, 33 points total, 18-15 ACs. They will be the IZ playing the Coalition, and the French are being played by the GR clan here. Now, before this battle starts, because they deploy in a very interesting locations here with the British here out in the front, we're already seeing Prussia showing up. But let's go with the Imperial GR clan first. So, we have here, you have a 10-point Imperial Guard, 7-point Payol, 9-point Real, and 7-point Gerard. All French corps here, and I do believe the 7-pointer is a Cav corps, as you can see here, already rolling up the right flank onto the Coalition side. And I apologize. I mean, I think you guys just have to accept that I'm probably gonna butcher these forever. My brain can't retain anything. So I appreciate you guys correcting me in the comments, and if you correct me enough times, I eventually will learn how to say them. But yeah. Anyway, it looks like Cav are about to start here, so let's hurry through these. 5-point Thielman, 9-point Oxbridge, 11-point Orange of Nassau, and an 8-point Wellington. And I don't know if any of these are cavalry corps. Potentially, maybe the Oxbridge is a Cav corps. My apologies. I knew that. So 9-pointer is a Cav corps. So there's going to be a lot of Cav play here on the field, which makes for way more exciting battles, in my opinion. Of course, you're going to have 9-point Real. It has one of the largest corps, when I can tell. Yeah, I believe he has maybe the largest corps. Yep. He's in the center here, backed up by the cavalry. Now, of course, Prussia was making a bit of a threatening movement. I don't think they actually would have engaged. I think France would have taken that fight, but France probably wasn't maybe in a good position here. There's some Hussars, some Dragoons, some Chevaliers, some Lancers. More Dragoons in the center. I do not think there's any heavy cavalry, but this Cav Corps dispersing their units throughout the field to be able to back up. You do have the 7-pointer pushing. I think he has a decently large army as well, of almost 2,000 men, with the 9-pointer having 27, almost 2,800 men. So both have some decent-sized armies here. The British definitely still being more defensive. They have artillery ranged up. They definitely thought this out very carefully here. Beautiful defensive position. You can see the hill line, or the tree and the hills have a lot of artillery just ranged along it. It's going to be very difficult. Once France crests that hill, which they are starting to do now, they will be under concentrated artillery fire, with the British being able to hold here. I wouldn't be surprised if this is Wellington here. Let's see. Blue coat. Nope, Oxbridge right here, I believe. It could not be. Actually, that's not Oxbridge either. That could be the Orange of Nassau. Maybe this is Wellington. No, this is Oxbridge right here, I believe. Yep, Oxbridge right here. Wellington will be a reinforcing army then, as well as the Prussians. Unless Wellington is over here instead, or it may be hidden. Nope, there he is, way in the back. And the Orange of Nassau has a very large army, I believe. Not as big as, No, the Orange of Nassau has the largest army. Yeah. And then it's the Prussians, and then it's Wellington. And then, of course, Oxbridge with the smallest, but it's a Cav corps, so that's, you know, to be expected here. Their artillery is really raining down. I think France is, they gotta really decide where the concentration of force is gonna be. Where's their Imperial Guard can be committed here? It looks like they're kind of rolling in between the two corps here in the center. Potentially, they're going to be a striking force. They obviously want to use them to the best effect possible, as it's not a very large corps. Still looks amazing, though. I love the pre-clash setup. It's very, NTW3, unlike other mods, in my opinion, is a lot of just maneuvering and pre-setting up your army. for the strike. You know, your strategy starts to come into play here. Man, these, oh my gosh. They're going for the artillery. Let's see if they can get this 8-pounder set up before it gets focused down here. And they're setting up. All right, they will be safe. Man, the artillery from the coalition over here as well as along here. This is going to be a tough fight. Now, potentially the 7-pointer will be able to strike in, but Wellington will be waiting for him. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is Wellington, almost 100%. Yep, there he is. Yeah, so Wellington will be on the right flank, and this 7-point Gerard will definitely have to deal with that. LOC already taken for the coalition. I'm assuming they're gonna fight for it. Some skirmishers already set up here. Looks like some yeah, this is not British, I don't think. This is more of like a Hanoverian looking skirm unit. But yeah, I think France, we'll see what they do here. This is gonna be extreme right flank or left flank for the French, with that river being the point of crossover. What I love is the difference in how this field is actually getting set up now. Like the deployment zone, different. Usually you would see them roll this direction and the coalition roll this direction, and there's a fight over here. But the fact that they deployed over here, walking this direction, it can unlock so many different fights within these maps just by deploying in different positions. I almost didn't recognize the map at first, just because the placement of the army. That artillery is raining down fire everywhere. Coalition definitely chose well. But like I said, the French now have artillery set up in some very good positions of their own, and they're going to be answering in kind. I don't think they have the same amount of artillery. Still, though. Still no real appearance by either army. I still don't know what the strategy is for either side. I don't know if the coalition... It seems like the coalition are being more on the defensive for their strategy and waiting for the coalition to make a strike. Or, sorry, for the Imperials to make a strike. They're just massing up artillery, concentrating them on specific areas. Now they do have infantry out in front. See, oh, some grasshoppers. And there's some mismatched, more British infantry. Probably more Netherlands infantry. Honestly, not even British. I'm hearing some volleys here. Skirmishers is slowly inching up on the 7-pointer. They have the skirm advantage here, and they're probably going to keep capitalizing on that. Oh, what is this? That's a cool looking unit. I like it. It's different. A little more mismatched. I like the authenticity. Man, what a mouthful for me to say. Whew. Yeah, you can see the 7-pointer though pulling back. He does not want to take that skirm, you know, shoot out. He does have artillery that's going to start focusing. Some very expensive artillery for the French. And they did bring a decent amount of it. So they have 7 guns on the left flank. I believe they have 6 guns in the center, or 5 guns maybe. They have a 3 and 2. Nothing on the right. I still think the coalition do outnumber the French when it comes to artillery gun, like to gun batteries. So still just the waiting game though. We may not actually see some action for a little while here. I think, I don't know what's the plan here. Looking at the zoomed out view here, where are troops getting massed up? That is the question. Because right now everything seems very evenly dispersed. I guess we could start considering why maybe one side isn't taking over the other. The LOC advantage is in favor of the coalition. They have this. They have 6 points versus 5 points of the French. Really, all it takes is a push here for this 1-pointer, which is why probably there was such a concentration of firepower over here, trying to drive them back. I mean, there could be a push here on the right flank. Maybe they could push down this road right for this LOC over here. That would get them the amount of LOCs they need, but you know, that's a slog fest. That is a very long push over a lot of terrain. Now, of course, they could swing further to the right. There would be less artillery potentially. They'd have to relimber up the artillery, but you can see a lot of cavalry. Oxbridge, I imagine, has some cavalry dispersed everywhere, and they have cavalry scouting out the French positions, probably to see where there's going to be a push. We may actually have an cavalry engagement. All right, guys, we're back. Man, with the first crash in a while, actually. It's been a while since I've had a crash, so, you know, well, it's all right. Anyway, I think I was just starting to record this cavalry push. I wouldn't be surprised if there's actually going to be an engagement here. Maybe not. I think the coalition actually are going to make contact here. Now, they're definitely going to get running away, but these lancers are going to get run down. That's a nice lancer unit, too. I think the French just got a little too fast. They got pinned between 2 cavalry units. Wow. The 7-pointer loses 2 cavalry units. Prussia loses 1. And it was an excellent play here. Now, of course, I feel like this Hussar may come back, but this Lancer probably will not. Yeah, they maybe will. Who knows? But still, I think they got bit. I think a little bit. The French did, and they're going to have to be a little more cautious here. That huge concentration of coalition cavalry make it a little more difficult. Now, they do have infantry moving forward. Not a lot of squares, though. I think they're going to start pushing here. Horse artillery covered by the coalition's cavalry. A lot of hussars. As this battle continues to slowly build up momentum here, it's not one of those fast and furious battles. It seems to be a bit of a delay. I believe that Hussar unit came back. That Lancer unit probably will not. Like I said, no squares. I'm really surprised that they're pushing with no squarables, although I don't think they have a whole lot to begin with. Impatuis, there they are. Taking up a position here. Very nice looking. These guys are kind of suffering through artillery fire, just literally hanging out and taking shots without really doing a whole lot. Now we do have cavalry inching forward here. Maybe gonna go for an artillery position. They'll have to get past infantry volleys first and some chasseurs cheval, as well as some dragoons inching up to watch out for that artillery piece. Lots of cavalry here. I think the coalition want to have a cavalry force that can slow down any French push here. They're gonna have some infantry as well. We may actually see that first contact being made here. I don't know still. I really can't tell. Like, I have no idea where the Imperials are planning on pushing, or if they even do plan on pushing. They maybe just be sitting defensive and just waiting to see the coalition make the first move. I'm not sure. I really don't know. The numerical advantage, I don't think, really helps one over the other. Both sides seem to be pretty evenly matched. You have 28 and the 27 matching up, the 12 and the 16 and the 15 and the 19 and the 7 and the 8. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty matched up, pretty even. The French have a little bit more, maybe, which usually isn't a good sign. But yeah, okay, actually, I think the coalition are making a push here. Let's see. The men are facing the wrong way. We get a shot off, or a charge off, a beautiful charge, catching the French as their back was turned. This is Hussar units, so, you know, it's not gonna be easy, but one unit does break. skirmisher is in danger. They're reloading as their front line holds. And then you have some Prussian infantry making their appearance here, but they are getting absolutely shot up. Still, though, the coalition are having a field day with the cavalry over here. Just not defensive cav at all. Oh my gosh, that's 3 units they're going to break now. And another charge to stop that flank. Oh my gosh, they're going to keep getting away with these charges. Breaking 1 unit after they're finally we see some cavalry here from France, but not after 4 units on this right flank break. And I mentioned the concern about there not being squares here, and I think we're going to start seeing that quickly come into to the forefront here as a concern, as yet another French unit does break. The coalition are just running in and out, cycling in and out, and the cavalry for the French isn't really up front. They're going to probably need to shift way more cavalry here. I think the coalition are beginning to feel out this flank and realize this may be the spot to keep hitting. All they're hitting it with is cavalry right now, guys. And so this is going to cause 2 things. Either the French are going to shift reinforcements over here to buffer up this side of the line, which detracts troops from other parts of the French line, which could cause a weakening in the center or left flank, which could cause then the coalition to be able to smack or push in on that side. That could be very helpful. Now, they did catch a hussar unit for the Prussians. But I am seeing some movement from the 9-pointer and the Imperial Guard. All right, so we're definitely seeing a shift here. This may be what the coalition is hoping for. Maybe the coalition, you know, this possible they could be planning this. Like they're just going to keep harassing this right flank, force them to shift more troops, and then attack the center. I'd love to see that. That would be well played out, well planned. We may see a engagement here. Some Hussars charging it against Lancers. But the numbers are with the coalition, not the French. But infantry are running up to support this line. We have an artillery piece. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello, Prussia. Prussia coming out of the woodwork. Oh my gosh, Oxbridge over here as well. They're going to go for this artillery piece. That could be very crucial here. But Oxbridge showing up with heavy cavalry, a lot of it. This left flank is becoming more and more crucial here. We may see a massive movement on the part of the coalition, and the French are going to be rushing troops over to stand their ground here. But I think Prussia is going to get an initial wave of, get some initial ground taken here. And Oxbridge helping, that's gonna make an impact here. Here we go, Oxbridge pushing. We do have the Dragoons going as well, that French unit. I'm seeing a lot of French losses so far, and like I said, Oxbridge, I think they're beginning to discover that, man, this is the place to attack with cavalry. No squares, pretty much. The reinforcements are almost there, but not there yet. The rest of the French are pulling back, and I think the coalition are going to start really pushing this right flank. Now, will they stop when they meet the Imperial Guard and more of Real showing up to reinforce? Will we see a push by the coalition in other spots on the line? That is yet to be seen. I'm sure in the next 5 minutes we will know all those questions for the most part. Prussia. Oh, yep, we have infantry, British infantry, Highlanders, Wellington's corps pushing down the road to support the Prussian push. And this is the right flank, the right place to be if you want to see a fight. And thankfully already, I think the French were already shifting reinforcements over, so actually they are here just in the nick of time to be able to hold here, as now we have probably Nassau pushing up as well. Now the French are going to move to meet them. Horse artillery up in the front as well. A little bit of distance here on the left. The cavalry pulling back. East side infantry now get into it. Now I see Prussia pulling back already. Maybe they're going to let Wellington and Nassau maybe get some shots in. Start dueling. I'm curious if we're going to still see a formation over here making their appearance. Horse artillery going to be in a good spot to get some equalizing shots off. Maybe start tearing some holes in the French line. You can see Brunswick. Is this like some light infantry? All right, well, things kind of calmed down all of a sudden. I guess the coalition was hoping for a little bit more of a push, and now there's a lot of reserves here. These guys are not hidden. They can see all of them, so they know there's a massive amount of infantry here, and I'm not sure if that's why they're pulling back, probably. Like I said, the coalition have the LOC advantage. They can afford to stand their ground along this line, and everything will be fine. We may see an artillery snipe. Maybe. I think we have some French or some British cavalry trying to find something. Looks like the seven-pointer is shifting his troops back. I think they were adjusting their line, and now they're realizing maybe they don't need it. Now I do see these guys are getting a duel off with artillery. But the French are pulling back. They're centralizing yet again, which is a wise strategy. They are in a position they can easily move to the assistance of the right. They wouldn't be able to easily get to the left flank, which is probably why they're shifting. They're trying to centralize behind this hill. They could easily, within a couple minutes, which honestly is maybe all the time they have, they can shift right, shift left, push center. The right flank for the French definitely has been pushed back. A decent amount, considering they started way up here. Now they've pulled back even more, but that's more distance now the coalition have to push before they get in contact with the French line. It's a game of chess, guys. A game of chess is what this is right now. The getting in the right position, getting a couple moves ahead of the enemy, and then dropping the trap, I guess you'd say. Or springing your trap is a better term. Still, though, not... I mean, yeah, I want to see the clash. I know it's coming. There's a lot of kills in this battle. But we are seeing squares now pushing over, so obviously there is a change of plan to a certain degree. There is a lot more squarables defending the flank. Did any of that French infantry come back? Oh, maybe it did. Some of those light infantry did come back, and they're resting up here in the rear. Both sides don't seem to be like wanting to commit, obviously. You can get punished if you commit in the wrong direction. Now, this is a sneaky little push here. France going in for this LOC. If they can take this, they all of a sudden have the LOC advantage. Make an entry into the house. Man, these guys are defending this doorway quite well. Look at this. I guess I apologize. We're back. I hope I didn't fast forward too far. I may have fast forwarded here. We had cavalry make an appearance, start charging infantry, trying to cycle them in and out. French really taking some heavy losses here as infantry starts making their appearance. More cavalry trying to cycle around here. Man, this is turning into a bloodbath very, very quickly here. more and more troops coming, because keep in mind, guys, this is a very crucial LOC point that the French have to take and the coalition have to hold in order to win by LOC. And so far, the French have taken heavy losses. Lost several units trying to take it, with the British filing more and more troops in, reacting quickly. Reinforcements pushing over from Nassau. They're going to charge directly into square, I guarantee you. Still, the French just, man, they are struggling to catch a break here. They have lost several units on all fronts here. The numerical advantage they may have had is quickly becoming very dead even a deficit, as the British just keep going more and more aggressively. Let's hope we don't have any more crashes. Man, it takes forever to fast forward through all this. But yeah, so we have the 7-pointer, Gerard. He is pulling back here. Now he's shifting more of his forces, even his general over here. We're going to see some more cavalry shifting over there as well. I think they were hoping to have a little bit more of a dent created here. Now he's going to make a stand. We'll see if the British maybe push a little too hard. Maybe they'll start taking some losses of their own. But once again, things start to peter out just a little bit. I'm surprised. I mean, I don't know where the French could push, guys. Honestly, though, I don't know where they could push. Now, you're still starting to see the 9-pointer push in here on the right. Now, I don't think this is a pretty heavy push being made, but I think it's enough of one. Now, we do have Hussars going to charge against some Lancers. Could be anyone's fight. That Lancer charge bonus, always very, very potent, but they do lose on a one-on-one with the French cavalry, and that push being made, maybe the French may have caught the coalition shifting forces over to that right side, as there was a definite, probably panic moment just for a second there. The French were going to take their 1-pointer, but we are seeing a definite push here by the coalition. Sniping of some skirmish units. We have some Lancers. I see some British cavalry running in here. Maybe they're going to try to go for a line of tree, but we have Dragoons going to countercharge. And you have a push with Oxbridge. Push up some Carabiniers, I'm assuming. Both sides over here in a more of a steady line fight now. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Actually, we see front movement here. Look at this. So while the right side's kind of probing, the left and center are pushing here. You have the Imperial Guard pushing, cavalry covering. Yeah, so the Imperial Guard is entirely pushing in the center. That's exciting. Oh man, we may see a drive directly into a potentially weak point in the line. Maybe too many forces on the flanks. Another charge here. Oh no. They get a nice volley off on these Hussars. Now, of course, they're still going to get a charge up on the British or on the infantry French line, but that initial volley was quite devastating here. But I think the British are trying to force the French back on this left flank, trying to keep them further away from this LOC. The distance needs to be a lot more significant. I think they want to be able to breathe easier. Now, still the Imperial Guard pushing here. They may actually catch the British out. Polonaise. Wait, no, it's not Polonaise. My apologies. They get the skirmish unit. Will they go for the artillery piece? I feel like they could. Will they? Will they? This artillery piece. Oh, why not? I feel like they could get it. Either way, though, nice big push here. This is going to cause the coalition to scramble. And like I said before, guys, I think they have a lot more on the left and right flank. I don't think they have a lot in the center, which is going to be Very interesting to see. Oh, I'm missing it. It looks like once again the British sending in cavalry. Some heavier cavalry this time. And infantry backing them up. This flank is definitely suffering. His left flank suffering quite heavily, which should make up for the massive push that's going on in the center, which, like I said before, not a lot of infantry in the center here. The potential wedge going to be driven in between the coalition's line, and I'm here to see it. Now we do have cavalry poised to take on this artillery piece. Let's see if they do it. Hussars going for the artillery piece. They just fired. I think they're going to get it. And that is probably going to help even the odds, as the artillery will not be able to fire canister into this French formation. Still a lot of problems here. Trouble in paradise, as it were, for the French. They are struggling here to hold their own against the line infantry and cavalry that the British are throwing at them. And you can see the line just keeps breaking. Oxbridge supporting that line beautifully. Artillery breaking too. This left flank is folding quickly. The Imperial Guard actually are the best to be able to deal with the cavalry and infantry. And honestly, they were going to shoot quite well. You see already breaking a Prussian unit. They have definitely caught a nice angle of the coalition. And they are starting to separate now. They're shifting troops back this direction because this is still a major problem here. Yeah, Gerard, I mean, that was a squareable, and it got caught out. But they're pulling back on the left and pushing in. I think they're going to try to surround, maybe isolate this left flank. Either way, they are pushing with cavalry and infantry here on Prussia. And still, you can see Wellington, he's shifting more dead center, but man, he was on the far right extreme flank, and this 9-point rail could push here. Another artillery piece falls to the French. The French starting to make a comeback here. At the same time, though, this flank you cannot deny that this is a big problem for the French. They have to make a stop there at some point, but right now I think they're trying to focus on the center as much as possible while trying to deny the left from mass routing. And there's still a reserve that can be pushed over to that left flank. But I'm seeing the Cav Corps massing up. Like I said, the Imperial Guard massing up here. 7-point Gerard, he is probably just going to try to make as much distance as he can from this British army. Try to pull back, maybe even hit this hill. You got to watch out, though, that your attacking force doesn't get hit in the flank or the rear. Either way, okay, what is happening here? Man, this cavalry is like behind the lines here. Infantry is still pushing forward here. The coalition's still scrambling, it looks like, to try to reform their lines. Their lines are definitely very, very thrown out. And over here, the French are now pushing. Oh, getting another artillery piece there. Yep, here we go. 9-pointer. It's going to start harassing this flank. This is starting to go not in favor of the coalition at all. They are getting hit on multiple fronts, and they are not in a good position to defend. This may be where the French start to win. Or maybe the coalition are going to hold, you know? Oxbridge could get some very crucial charges in, defend their lines. But as of right now, I'm not seeing a lot of Oxbridge's cavalry. But they are starting to get some shots off. Wellington, he has some of his best infantry in front shooting. You can see breaking one of Rail's lines of infantry. The pursuit's still happening. So we have cavalry about to harass Gerard's line once again. Oxbridge trying to assist as best he can. This is where it's getting good though, guys. Hussars charging. Oh, man. Some Highlanders in the front lines. All right, I gotta zoom out. There's too much happening now. I have to. All right, so you have Raoul, their reserves being committed for it. It looks like now, they're harassing the flank here of the British. Wellington, as Wellington and the, who is the Prussia? Filman? No.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, wait, no, it's not. I don't know. No, Filman, I think it's Thielman, if I'm even saying that correctly. They're trying to hold here in the center, but it's just Imperial Guard. It's Imperial Guard rushing in with cavalry as well. It's gonna be a tough one to combat. Look at that, you have some of the Grenadiers here, you have several Grenadiers committed here, all 4 of them present. I think the maneuvering for the French worked out really well for this center push. I don't know what caused them to decide to attack in the center. Maybe they saw the concentration on the right side or their left flank pushing on Gerard and decided that they probably were weak in their center. Either way, I'm not seeing a whole lot of resistance stopping this French from just rolling over this left and center. The real army that's left would definitely be this coalition here. Who, man, they have the roughest fight. Oh man! Oh no! Probably a misclick of some sort. That was a crucial charge. Now they still are going to do decent at that fight. I would not want to be a Frenchman on this left flank, though. Absolutely would not. The collapsing in from the 9-pointer and the Imperial Guard is collapsing this flank here.
Our men are running, sir.
I think this fight's pretty much lost for the British. They can just see if they can swing this flank around. There's a lot still here. But the 1-pointer is open for the French to take. At least for the most part. Here we have the Imperial Guard going to be trying to stop the reinforcements.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Some Grenadiers be pushing up to continue this fight now. Maybe Wellington had some troops over here as well. We'll see. As of right now, though, he'd be advancing into what? Oh man, he's be advancing right into Rael's reserves as they're pushing up towards the front. Gerard is just the sacrificial lamb. They're just like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. Just slowly lose, please. You're gonna lose, but just slowly lose. Delay as much as possible, and that's what's happening. Yeah, he's pretty much lost everything. I think the investment is being made to push to this 1-pointer, and the British are gonna have a tough time holding with so many friends routing. It's gonna be a tough fight. Nice flanking charge here with the Dragoons. Oh man, friends routing, gonna make this even more difficult. Oh, they were trying to rush for the house. They're trying to stop these Scots from being able to get into the house and defend it. This cavalry probably can stop them, though. That's what it's coming down to. Yeah, they're gonna continue to lose on the left flank while pushing on the right. Listen, unfortunately, these Highlanders have probably formed their last square. And they will be making their last brave stand. There they go, the brave Scots. Oh, well, that's... yeah, that's about it. They're going to take this 1-pointer, and the road is clear to the 4-pointer, technically. Now, the British could try to push back and go for this 4-pointer, which becomes the next crucial part. Now, look at this. Some Imperial Guard left behind, making a staunch resistance. Cavalry harassing this line. They're not making it easy for this left flank now. Square was formed against the British. Rail making a stand. His reserves even pushing over. They can combat this Nassau. I believe this is Nassau. Oxbridge is still present on this left flank. They're probably going to win this hill. But yeah, I mean, LOC is now definitely in favor. They have 6 LOCs. Potentially could rush over and grab this 1-pointer over here if they wanted to. Oh, no squares. Can they fire? Nope, they're not gonna be able to fire. This battle wasn't as intense in the combating part. I feel like it was just in a lot of maneuvering to try to outmaneuver the other player. And I think I'd be interested to hear the coalition perspective, or to see the coalition perspective, if they had a lot of the troops over here and over here, which is what it seemed like, because they were shifting from here and pushing in from here. It looked like the center, I mean, the French, I don't know if it was a gamble or an informed decision or an informed guess, but they just committed for the center, and it worked so well for them. They must have known to a certain degree. I feel like they had to know. And that I don't know. I liked the decision. It's like, okay, we're advancing in the center. Our left is breaking. Our right's going to push too, and we're just going to go into the center and break them. And that is where the coalition finally snapped in two, was the center push. They didn't have anything here for a little bit. Weren't able to be set up properly. The left push did very well, but Gerard was able to, even though he lost, he was able to delay the action and keep his forces back so as to not mass rout and collapse. And that's what seemed to maybe help win that day. Now at this point, I think this may turn into an LOC thing, so both armies may disperse and go just fight for LOCs. 13 minutes remaining. I do not see these armies, either one of these armies, being entirely destroyed. I think we're going to see the French chase the British back. Grenadiers committing themselves here. Oh, nice hold. Breaking some of the Imperial Guard, the Voltigeurs. Oh my gosh, the death. This unit is suffering heavy casualties here. The French have the numbers once again. Man, talk about the French, though, having an entire battle where I feel like the beginning they just were losing units after units, and and the coalition cavalry just was wrecking their line constantly. That'd be very, very frustrating. At this point, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I may see a British stand. Like I said, we may see some troops go for this one pointer over here. Looks like some troops holding it, so they may be able to hold that LOC. LOCs definitely are renownedly hard to take if there's troops around them. But I think this British line is going to try to do their best to make a last stand. Overwhelming odds going against them. Ooh, nice volley, point blank. Waiting for the French to reply though. Both sides are gonna get a nasty volley, and here we go. All right, sorry about that, guys. I guess my son was trying to poke my daughter with a stick. And my wife's at the gym. So anyway, we're back where, yeah, we have a disastrous volley. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's devastating. Very devastating. There goes that last stand. Like I said, Imperial Guard, if used properly in this situation, just focused in one area, can do an insane amount of damage. Now I am seeing this one pointer. Yeah, the French are gonna make a stand here. I think they'll win this. It's an Imperial Guard unit. The Imperial Guard doing a very good job of holding. Although, there's artillery that's gonna 50% this. It won't matter, though, if the French get the other 4-pointer, which they are carving their way that direction. And if they just hold both 4-pointers, they win. And I think that's what's gonna happen here. There's reinforcements amassing around this 4-pointer. They're probably gonna push past to go to their 4-pointer. Hit the fast forward button, because I think this battle's pretty much over. But, you know, you don't want to miss the little minute details, or just the little details of the final. You want to give credit where credit is due, and, you know, I feel like you just disappear like, oh, it's obvious, and then just leave. It's just, you know, I don't know. Maybe some of you won't care as much, and you can always fast forward. I think they're actually going to take that 1-pointer. There's a lot of forces around there. Mostly the artillery is what's probably going to equalize this. We'll see if the Imperial Guard can stand their ground. With 7 minutes, 44 seconds remaining. This LOC finally looks like it may be getting assaulted here. Dang. This is not who you want to fight against, that's for sure. Oh, the flag bearer. He got knocked down. Get up, dude. Man, that's a raging fight everywhere. There's troops upstairs fighting, I think. Downstairs, upstairs, all around. This will be it. That's right. This game crashes at this point, though. I'm not going to fast forward to the end. I'm sorry, guys. I have the results already, which we can look at those. But yeah, we do have a small force pushing here, but I do not think this will be enough to take. The 7-pointer is going to hold this one, and I believe, yeah, they should hold. I don't think they will take it. And there's reinforcements from the, Imperial Guard pushing over there. They still have not taken this one. Despite the massive push, I mean, 72 men. Oh, there's reinforcements. Riel, help your men. Now look at that. They barely even made. Oh, what?
Now they must break.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And this 4-pointer, they definitely will take it. I think they have enough men. There's probably nothing there. Props to this Imperial Guard. Oh my gosh. There's 70 of them left. There's no way they're taking these, and they're not taking this. least I don't think there's a way they could take it. But it may come down to, actually, that may be the more crucial fight here. If they take the 4-pointer before the other 4-pointer falls, then the coalition do win. So this actually could be a problem. They're going in for the first attack here. Probably not gonna, I mean, these are light infantry, I believe. Grasshoppers. We'll see if they make it, but I don't think it's gonna, I don't think they're going to. There's almost, there's 80 men. Uh-oh, they're shaking. Oh, no way. No way. He's rushing over to kind of give it a rally. Oh, man, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. It's going to be so insanely close. That's all. They just have to. Oh, no. Okay, they're taking another 4-pointer. There's a couple minutes left. 4 minutes left.
Our men are running.
Oh, they take it. They take it. Now, the other 4-pointer fighting for it. Watch checking on that one. Let's see if this Imperial Guard can actually do something. But either way, if they take this 4-pointer, then it's still a win for the French. Win for the GR clan. This looks pretty promising, too. They have 3 minutes and 34 seconds. They can easily take this. Now, is there a general here who's going to try to harass, I think, this this fight here? We'll have to see. There's some generals down here, though. I don't know, we'll see. I feel like there's a lot here. There's a lot to be able to throw into this. It's just a matter of time. If this general dies, then it's over, I feel like. Let's see. Oh, man, this is gonna be so close. Oh, they're wavering. They're wavering. They're wavering. And they take it. All right, that's it, guys. That is the battle. There's no way anything else will work. So I'm gonna jump to the end here. Here we go. Yeah. So, yeah. A victory for the GR clan. Well played on both sides, though. Very close battle. Not the same kind of close that you normally see, but still a good battle. So we have on the GR side, the French side, you have a Sim. He was playing the 7-pointer with 10:02 for the kills. You have Malin. He was Gerard 7-pointer, I believe, with 691. You have Archimedes as, was he 9-point Ral? Maybe. I actually don't know that one. Versus Sonny, who was 1844. I'm not sure who he is either. On the other side, you have Data L. He was the 11-point Nassau with 1,100 kills. Emrazer as Wellington 8-pointer with 663. Warno's Finest. He was the Prussia, the Thielmann. I think it's Thielmann. 5-pointer with 321 for the kills. And then Lotus as Oxbridge Cav Corps with 1285. That's a lot of kills for a Cav Corps, man. But still a GR victory by LOC. And yeah, that'll be it for today. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all so much for joining me. You guys have a great yesterday. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all in another video.